Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So this is the dashboard for one of my clients, and you can see that there were 435 phone calls in 2025. In January, they had 22, February 22, March and April were just below 20, and the way we ended December was at 56. So you can see how basically September, October, November, December were much stronger than we were in January, February, March, or April. To make this really simple, I'm just going to compare January, where we had 22 phone calls, compared to December, where we had 56, which is a 155% increase. Let's get into ways to optimize your account. So I'm going to use TM Blast as the example because I can't showcase my client. I'm going to go over simple ranking factors for your profile to help increase visibility and get more phone calls. So to start, your about section here is a ranking factor. So you want to include relevant towns and cities in your description. There's no service listing like there is in Google or Bing Maps. So you have to kind of get creative with that and include some towns and cities in there. Next, if you service customers with a different language, so if you're, let's say, a doctor and you see patients who speak English and Spanish and Portuguese and Russian, include that, click on add language, and then it will actually transcribe, or you can use like ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever to translate your content and then put the other language in there. Or, of course, if you know the language, you can write it yourself. All right. Next, photos are a ranking factor too. So they're a freshness factor. Think of it like a restaurant. You want to showcase photos, people who click on the photos, it's an engagement factor. But again, if you are a local, let's say like you're a junk removal, or if you're a plumber or HVAC company or a locksmith, try to include relevant photos of your business. People who click on those photos, it's an engagement factor, it's a freshness factor. It's also, I believe, a ranking signal as well. It's actually why it's in the insights dashboard of how many people click on your photos. So I think Apple is very much pushing that. Next, obviously, you want to go into your hours, make sure everything is updated. It should match what Google and Bing show. That's NAP, name, address, phone number. Actions over here. So you click into primary action. This is where you want to lead people to. So services is, you can see over here on the right-hand side, I have this little button. But if you have what would be really helpful is if you had a booking button. So again, if you're an HVAC company and people can book an HVAC session, or let's say you're a dentist or orthodontist, customers can just book their session through it. Definitely include that link in there. That is again, it's an engagement factor, and now it's going to help your rankings, but also get more leads as well. Okay, let's keep going down here. Showcases. So I don't have a showcase for TM Blast, mainly because for an SEO agency, you don't get a ton of activity on your Apple account. But what you can do from a showcase standpoint is, let's say if you're a locksmith, you can have a headline. So you can click on create over here, and you can create a showcase by a photo, a heading, a body, description, and then the action as well. Again, add additional languages to reach a larger audience. So again, those doctors or anyone else that has additional languages that they reach through their customers, you can include that. Those showcases will then actually appear at the very top of your Apple business profile. Again, it's engagement. I think it's a big ranking factor as well. Let's keep going further down. The category is a major ranking factor when it comes to Apple. So your primary category is going to be weighted the most, and then your secondary or additional categories ranked the least. What I have seen for even that example that I showed, the 155% increase in phone calls, if you get too generic with your categories, it's going to actually reduce your ranking. So if you put it hypothetically, if you're an HVAC, or if you're, let's say, like a concrete contractor, if you put down general contractor as a primary category, or even just as additional categories, that is too vague. General contractors could be anything. You could be fixing a fence, you could be mounting a TV, you could be replacing lights. Or you could be doing a major project like resurfacing a concrete driveway. So it really varies on what that is. So don't go too broad. Niche down specifically into what you offer to your customers. What I like to do is use Microsoft Copilot to review a lot of the available categories and additional categories as well, to kind of, for my clients, to get an idea of, okay, like if it's an HVAC, we need to have air conditioning, we need to have heating, we need to have the term HVAC, a lot of different categories as well, to make sure we're really specific into that, because that is a major ranking factor. The good to know. So I find this to be incredibly important. Accepts Apple Pay. I see this. I occasionally will use Apple Maps. I'm more of a Google Maps person on my phone, but occasionally now, because I have so many clients, where I've been pushing Apple Maps, where I will then use the Apple Maps map to search for, various things. And there is a filter that allows you to accept or look for companies that accept Apple Pay. If you don't go in here and check that off, it's going to be extremely hard for you to be visible for that. So again, if you're let's say if you're a locksmith, somebody is locked out of their house or locked out of their car, and whatever reason, like maybe they don't have their wallet on them, they actually would then search by accepts Apple Pay if they have that already on their phone. So if you come in and you provide the service, they can just pay directly there. So if you do accept Apple Pay, go in there and check that off. It is a filter. It will allow you to rank a little bit better as well. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to go over? The main other thing too, I'm not going to go over this in this video. Actually, I'll click on insights, but there's not much for TM Blast to kind of showcase this. Let me just go all the way down here. What I like to do is change this into a monthly view. There's probably gonna be no data here, so let me just see if I have a year for TM Blast. Again, there probably isn't much. Yeah, for my clients, it's a different story. But the what people search for is actually really critical. So go into this, look for your name or brand or category. For me, for my clients, improving the number of searches for category is how you get net new customers finding your Apple Maps profile to then potentially call. So again, a category could be like HVAC or HVAC contractor. That is critical to improve your rankings for. Again, I'm not going to go over this in this video, but what I like to do next is use Local Falcon, run the heat map scan specifically for Apple Maps, which then uses DuckDuckGo as the share of local voice to get an idea of how we rank for HVAC contractor in Apple Maps. And then I go through the traditional, Apple Maps optimizations that I've highlighted in other videos too, to improve our ranks, to look at our competitors and find ways to reach a bigger audience for people searching for HVAC or HVAC contractor or HVAC near me. So we get more impressions, more leads, more bookings, more phone calls, as this video is about, and hopefully more customers as well. But anyway, I hope this maybe sparks some ideas. I'll go back into this. This is all that really matters. More phone calls. And if the conversion rate stays the same, that should be more leads for your business. Anyway, thanks for watching this video.